Hey, welcome back to Spilled Ink, the Comics Wellspring live drawing show where we're spilling ink and spilling the tea. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blocksdorf. And with us today is, as always, my amazing, astonishing, wonderful, masterful co host, Max Flowers. Hi, Max.
Hi, happy Halloweens.
Yeah, super hyped to draw some spooky stuff. And of course, we always have amazing, talented special guests joining us for every episode of Spilled Ink. And it is yet another one of my favorite collaborators and wonderful friends. It's Evan Maguire. Hi, Evan.
What is going on?
So hyped to have you on Spilled Ink. Finally, man, it's been crazy. I remember talking to the show with you, talking about it when we were first like trying to come up with an idea for it. And I'm
Dude,
so hyped that
yeah.
we found a way to get you on at a perfect time too. We needed someone for
I
a 3
know.
o'clock afternoon slot. It was perfect for you to jump on today's episode.
Dude, yeah. No, I just like on a whim reached out because I like finally ended up having a Thursday free. And I was like, I would love to be on the show. So I'm so glad that this worked out.
Yes. And it's actually, dude, it's Halloween. Halloween's the big day. Not only is it Jeff DeMars, oh boy. Not only is it like it's Halloween for one. Not only is it Halloween, but it's the end of our Spilled Ink October, and this has been an insane month. And I'm gonna say, Max, you killed it this month, dude. You really kicked some ass, like
Thank
on
you.
pumping out the images every day. You stayed a day ahead, I think, right?
Yeah, till the end. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. And you working on day 31 right now?
Yep.
Nice. And then I
I'm
fell
doing over
off.
the garden wall.
Oh, cool. Nice. Oh yeah. I'm catching up. I'm gonna be inking some last images. I did I think DIY was where I stopped. So I'm doing I think it was Underground here. I'm doing a Zap Comics homage, and then I'm doing a Crow picture, and then my DIY Apollo City Comics. And actually, it's really fitting to be drawing a lot of Apollo City Comics stuff today because Halloween means it's Apollo City Comics' birthday, and we turned 6 years old today. So super hyped about that in general. Can't believe that Apollo turned 6. Can't believe I've had a project going for 6 years, and we just launched a website today, apollo.citycomics.com, and we launched a new
Yeah.
book. So a lot of cool announcements. Go check out our Instagram for all the announcements and whatnot. But super hyped to be celebrating a 6 year endeavor, and with actually a bunch of my team members on Apollo. So perfect in every way to be spending this afternoon. And let's see here. So Evan, what are you gonna be working on?
I was just gonna say, so I fell deathly behind this month. I think Swamp Thing was like the last full like single
That's a good one.
day that I did. And then I had this idea like a couple days ago or like a week ago. I was like, you know what? I'll just like try to cram in as many prompts as I can into like a couple of like single page comics. So
Oh,
I'm definitely
nice.
not going to finish, but I'm gonna like get to where I can today and then finish them up. And then I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna like do magazine issue 2 is gonna be like everything that I made for Spilled Inktober. So like I'll have some of those splash pages or like pinups, and then I'll have some of these like 1 page comics. So I thought that would be kind of cool.
Oh, sick. That sounds so much fun. I love hearing that. Love hearing that. Yeah, dude, it's a hard thing to keep up with. I won't lie. Like, I probably even had a little bit more free time on my hands this year than I have previous years, which I feel like my quality in some of the images I drew were a lot better than the last 2 years I've tried this.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I always fall off around the day 20 though. It's really hard for me to keep up. One year I'll do all 30. Maybe I need to change my approach to it for the speed I'm at right now. But I'm hyped to have done as many as I did, and then I added color, which I've really never added color to anything before. So a lot of these incorporating that was a new challenge I took on this year too.
Hell yeah, dude. No, your stuff is looking sick, and I can definitely see that steady improvement just because you're doing it so consistently.
Thank you so much. It
Yeah,
means a
dude.
whole lot. And you are a digital artist, and we've had a few digital artists on the show. Both Max and I have tried dabbling in digital art too. Um, I personally just need to practice it more, and I know that. So I've prepped myself and found ways so I could start doing that better. But I was really hyped that we figured out a way how to get you to like broadcast it. I gotta ask you, how did you get it to share your screen and everything, so I know how to do it myself and tell future people?
No, yeah, absolutely. So like all I pretty much had to do, I was looking like I was just like seeing if there was any material on like how to do this on like just Google or whatever, and actually StreamYard had something in their FAQ to allow stuff like this, like streaming from external devices from like whatever you're using, like laptop or whatever, to like actually stream on. And I had to hook up my iPad to my laptop and then start a screen recording of my iPad through QuickTime on my computer. And then once I was in StreamYard, I went over and shared my screen and then just like selected the QuickTime player window. And I don't have to like, I'm not recording in QuickTime or anything. It's literally just like kind of a middle point between my iPad and StreamYard, which is super sick because I like didn't know that I could do this, and it's obviously awesome to like be able to do this for this show. But then I feel like this will open up some stuff for me, like on my own show for my Patreon as well,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's hype. Yeah, I've always wanted. I mean, a big part of the show is to challenge our drawing skills and like push us a bit. And I know that's going to be a long segment. Is when we are like, all right, let's get good at digital. You know what I mean? Like, and we're just going to mess
Yeah,
with our iPads for maybe for a few episodes, a few months or something. Um, it's fun doing traditional though. I love the messiness
no,
behind it.
I need to get back to it for sure. Because like what
I
I'm doing
think
right now, like it's so easy for me to just like second guess like every single line, and I like slow myself down. And kind of like what you were saying earlier about like changing up your approach to Inktober. I definitely need to be more loose and just like let it go sometimes. And I feel like going back to traditional would help me get some of that back.
I feel like sometimes that approach to like try and experiment things differently, like that kind of comes with like where I am in my stage. Like I'm so lost and I'm still trying to figure out so many things. Like once you get like in a good solid like flow and function, sometimes it's hard to switch up and kind of
No,
go all
yeah.
out and like switch up like techniques, routines, because you're like, oh, I know this works and I gotta finish this. But yeah, I mean, I get like that even with my drawings, and once I realize that, all of a sudden I somehow change what I'm doing to incorporate something new. But sometimes you just
Hell
feel
yeah.
stagnant and you don't even realize you're not stagnant. You're growing even while you're doing it.
No, absolutely.
I think that's even like Max. Like Max is always experimenting with tools, and he keeps the same style. But I could see how it's like challenging him and pushing him, and like still it's bringing a new kind of almost a fresh take by the challenge every week of doing it. I mean, that's how we started doing a session, which was
Well, every
not our
tool,
first couple weeks.
yeah. I mean, every tool brings something different to the table. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think I'm starting to. So the only really time that I use digital is when I'm coloring, or if
Sure.
I'm just like quote unquote sketchbooking, right? Just doing studies or doing whatever. But 90% of the time it's when I'm coloring. Um, and so I view the digital tool set more as a great tool set for like painting and being able
Sure.
to do like weirder things and experiment that way. Um, because I can do line art great traditionally, right? I really don't need to do that digitally. Um, and then I can get that to like at least a working base traditionally and then put that into a program. And then I can still edit my line art, but treat it in a more
Of course.
painterly manner, of adding stuff and subtracting stuff and then going over that with color and adding stuff and subtracting stuff and just futzing around with it until all the contrasts are right. That's how I did um my colors over Doug's Spawn sketch cover.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's cool.
Now we're all focusing.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I'm looking for a certain pin right now too. I thought I brought it upstairs, and I don't think I did.
Also, I apologize if y'all can hear my neighbor doing yard work. I really was hoping that was going to stop, but
And no worries. I've had construction going on next door. 'Cause they like broke down the house next door to me, and they're like rebuilding it because it was just old. But nah, we don't hear anything. I think
right on.
it's crazy what technology does to filter out sounds. But we're all used to like growing up in those days where you could hear everything through a headphone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
Streamers were finally like, okay, we're gonna put some compression on our streams. And thank you for that. Because I even have music on in the background, and typically you guys can never hear it.
Oh hell yeah. And I was like absolutely jamming the fuck out earlier when I was doing these loose thumbnails.
Oh, sick. Oh,
It's like
Rad Art
80
and
degrees
Comic.
today too.
So what's the
Dude, same. It's so hot today. It's 19 degrees hotter than it was a year ago.
Crazy.
Insane.
And
Rad
I was
Art,
talking with. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
but Rad Art and Comics, he's been at it for Inktober too. Like I've seen all their posts, and it's been, oh, dude, killer job, absolutely killer job, Rad Art and Comics. Like, and also thank you for participating. It means a lot that you push through the entire month as well. Next year, I should do sketch cards like they did. That was a good way.
Dude, R.D.
Are you guys
Murphy
doing
was
anything
doing
for
that
Halloween?
recently.
Mm-hmm. His head sketches. What was that, Max?
Yeah, I want to get into those too.
Oh, what was that, Max? You were saying? My bad. I think his internet's a little laggy.
Are you guys
today,
doing
too.
anything for Halloween?
Yeah. I'm going to this like Harry Potter Forbidden Forest like exhibit. It's a cool little like trail in the woods at night. So I'm kind of
That's
hyped for that.
sick.
Yeah, it's be cool. We got like cloaks and I have wands, so it'll be fun. But I did it like by myself like 2 years ago, which was really rad. So I'm kind of hyped to do it with my girlfriend this year. But last year, the 2 years ago when I went, it was kind of like rainy, and it was like not like heavy rain, but just enough rain to make it like a little misty and nice and whatnot. So kind of sucks it's so warm this year. I can't believe how warm it is. But
Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy, dude.
What about you guys?
Hold on.
I'm not doing anything. This is like the first year that I'm not really doing much.
I'm just hanging out at home with Milo, but we did make our own costumes, which was fun. So, but it's pretty much just for pictures. We're not going anywhere.
That's cool. That's super rad. You're just gonna veg out and watch some movies, Evan? Maybe hand out some candy?
Yeah, maybe hand out some candy. I'm actually going to a family dinner tonight, so I'll probably spend most of the night over at my mom's place, hanging out with like my brother and stuff. It's his girlfriend, or it was his girlfriend's birthday recently. Oh, look at that mask! That's sick.
Oh, that's cool. That's it.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not finished painting yet, but it's. I'm going as the Loveland Frogman, so there's my frog mask.
Love it. Love it. So cool. these little lines I'm doing are just I have to focus, or if I don't, I'm gonna make them uneven. Drawing like like it's kind of like a explosion box, but it's like in a circle. Like it's so easy to make a circle like wrong.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get to color and stuff. I kind of want to try to color one or two, but probably should have done that before I did some inks. I remember the first year I did any sort of Inktober, all I did was pencils. And I was like really happy with just doing that. So I feel like the advancements I'm making every year are even better.
Oh, that's awesome. I ended up sticking with like the one color palette this year, and I tend to do that. Like the first year that I did it, I went with like a cool, mostly like blue monochromatic color palette, and I just really like, I don't know, imposing that like limitation if I am going to color, because it just like gives everything a sort of like moody vibe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's sick. Nice little city you're doing.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I this was like a nice little challenge for myself too, because like on top of figuring out something to draw for each prompt, like kind of putting them like in a sequential storytelling like style, and like giving it some narrative, like that was kind of interesting. Figuring out how to like relate some of the prompts together. Some of them were easier than others, but it was just like a nice little added like challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh. There's a lot of like fine lines in this piece. I'm hoping I don't mess some of them up. It's so I feel like it's really early for me to be drawing too. I typically don't draw until the evening most days, especially Thursdays. The cool thing about this is that when we end at 5, I'm like, well, that's the end of my workday. And typically, my workday
Oh hell
doesn't end
yeah!
until like 8 or 9 p.m. when we wrap this up.
Then you just get to enjoy Halloween.
NDM Digital sends an alien and some explosions. I love that. I think that's the best way you could have communicated. Beautiful. I got a new pen this week, so it's like a fine liner, and that's been super fun to work with.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know what tool I'm going to be using for this one. I'm thinking maybe a brush, but I'm not sure. Oh. Can you guys hear me, or am I like super lagged out?
No, you're good. You're a little lagged
We can
out,
hear
but we hear you for sure. I think you're behind a little bit with like responses. That's all.
Yeah, I'm
It's been
definitely
worse.
desynced. Yeah.
Oh goodness!
That Alaskan internet, man. We're across the states right now completely.
Crazy.
The
Let's see
powers
if
of
this is-
technology.
Oh, it's not gonna fill.
Our first issue of
Again, but it's pretty funny.
IndieMX Comics were printed by Comics, and we teamed up with Gen X Virtual Con this past summer. Hey, how cool, man! We
Hell
were on
yeah.
that Gen X Virtual Con as well. Yeah, we're all focusing. It's one of those moments. I think I drew an extra toe, actually.
Oh. Where is this not connected? There we go.
So what's the Halloween movie of choice?
This year or any year?
Any year.
I mean, any year would definitely be Young Frankenstein. But
Nice.
this year it was Doctor Sleep for me. I think Doctor Sleep is the best
Oh.
horror movie I've seen this year. That was just like it really just stood out and like it was just top tier to me in every way. And I've seen a lot of really cool movies. Lex and I've been watching. We went through all the Insidious movies, which actually I like all of them except for one of them, The Red Door. I wasn't too crazy about that. I finally saw Jaws for the first time ever.
Oh,
And
hell yeah, dude.
that was dope. Sinister was cool as shit. We watched like that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that like is like the modern day, and like it even has like one of the girls that escaped who's like the sheriff, and like she discovers and tries to chase him down and whatnot. That one was all right. It was cool.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'd never seen it. I guess it was in 2017 or something like that, maybe. That was cool. Of course, we did. We're big vampire people, so we did like Dracula, and the New Salem Slot was cool. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was better than I would have ever guessed.
I read that book when I was in 5th grade for my book
Oh yeah.
report.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. And we just watched. We've been watching a lot of like Batman animated films because Lex hasn't seen too many of them. 4 or 5. I didn't add an extra toe. And then we wrapped it up with like It Chapter 1 and 2, which I mean I like those movies. I just the It movies scare the hell out of me actually.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're just creepy, dude. And we watched Red State randomly. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Kevin Smith movie.
I have not.
Oh, it's a lot. It's cool. I love it though. I think it's great. I like Kevin Smith though, so the whole thing. It's his like horror movie almost.
Right on.
What about you, Evan?
Not a big Halloween movie guy. I was always a big
Really?
scaredy cat growing up. Yeah, but recently I've been getting into more like true crime stuff. Like I actually listen to some like spooky podcasts. Radio Rental is one of them, and the other one is called Spooked. They're all like true stories of like ghostly encounters and stuff like that, and that has been my jam. So
Oh, how cool!
I think it's because I'm not seeing the stuff happen, but like the audio scenes are like still like really cool, you know?
Dude, yeah, I was not very into horror until maybe the last year or two. I kind of started getting into it a couple years ago, but very faintly. But definitely in the last like 2 years, probably I've really dived into my love of horror. I can't do everything
Hell
though. I
yeah.
can't do like slasher films. I've never been big on. So like, um, uh, like the like Terrifier. I'm never gonna watch the second. Or
Oh,
third
me neither,
Terrifier.
dude.
Like, I can't.
Nope.
I could do Saw movies. I can't do like other slasher stuff. Oops. Um, what about you, Max? What horror stuff? I know you're into like some cool horror stuff too, actually.
For Halloween movies, I'm much like movies I watch on Halloween. I'm much more basic. Like I'd rather go Classic Nightmare or Corpse Bride. Um,
Oh, that's cute.
maybe find
That's a-
a good scare movie too. But yeah, I go more in the classic direction for on Halloween.
That's rad. Um, I always, I guess because I'm so new to horror, um, like I have so much to catch up on. I guess that's why I dive into it because it's hard for me to watch it almost outside of the season. I think I watched so
I
much of
feel
it
that.
during October. Yeah, like it's rough. I'm like there's a time for it. But I mean, I'll still pop one on every so while, just not nearly as frequent. My girlfriend can watch horror movies all the time, but I just can't. This fine liner is so cool. I really like it. I really needed it.
What is it?
It's just like this Kirtaki fine liner. It's like a white, pretty cool. I think
Oh,
it's a
it's a Kuretake.
disposable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I didn't know I bought it. It like was in another Amazon package that arrived, and I was like, I did not realize I left this in my cart. But hey, I'll take it. Oh, typically I have
If
like the
anyone's an
lo-fi music.
original art collector, oh, what?
I forgot to put on the lo-fi today, actually. What were you saying about original art collectors, though?
Um, Jason Sean Alexander just opened his Halloween art sale.
Oh, really? Gosh, that
With
must be
some
cool.
really incredible pages and covers and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So if you're into that stuff, then it's at least worth looking at, you know, and
Yeah,
dreaming of one day
yeah.
holding it in your hands.
I mean, even just like going and admiring it and like studying stuff like that a little bit is just like super rad. You know what I mean? I love seeing some of the art stuff go up for sale because you get to see like pencils or just inks and just like forms before it's printed. And I feel like it gives me a better understanding of like setting
Yeah,
expectations when I make art. You kind of wonder why your stuff doesn't pop out certain ways, and then you're like, oh, like if you look at the originals, this is why I didn't look all pristine and perfect. Kind of like when a band records an album and you hear like the album before it gets mastered. That's kind of like a comic before it goes into print.
Exactly. Interesting.
Okay.
Nice. Like I'm drawing like little leg hairs on this guy, and its pen is perfect for that.
That's looking sick, dude.
Let's see if I can locate my brush pen.
You know, when I do digital stuff, Evan, and I'm glad I'm glad I'm watching you do it too, because you know how like, you know, when you're just drawing or making art, you feel like, oh, is this cheating? And like you start giving yourself insecurities that don't exist or ridiculous,
Yes.
you know? Ridiculous insecure. And I always like, I heavily zoom in all the time and I focus on every like little detail in line. And I'm like, should I not be doing that? Like, you know, because, you know, if this was a piece of paper, like I wouldn't be able to like zoom in like that and blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah.
And like I discourage myself from doing some stuff that would probably make it better when it should be just like, I mean, that's what works for me. Just do it. Like,
No, yeah. I definitely catch myself second guessing like some of the practices that I use, like zooming in, and then like even I just threw on like a perspective grid for myself to like make sure I got like everything like proportionally correct, like you know from the camera. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, does this like does this look cheap? Does this look like I'm just like you know I don't
yeah.
have the fucking like what it takes, and like you know if I was doing this traditionally, like I would be doing this like with a fucking ruler. I would still be making these lines, like I would still be finding that horizon line, still be like looking for that vanishing point. So it's just like I don't know, and like zooming in to like fixate on lines and stuff. I feel like that's also like you were kind of saying like a matter of personal preference. You know, you can take the time to get into that nitty gritty if you want. But like I was saying earlier, I definitely need to like try not to do that as much because it like, you know, takes up time, but also like, I don't know, I feel like I miss out on just like letting things happen naturally, you know?
Yeah, I feel you there. And
But
again,
no,
it's
I
like
mean,
always just like what works best for you, like what makes the piece finished in your eyes and what makes it, you know, help you move on to the next thing.
absolutely. And honestly, dude, even though like I'm behind on Inktober, like so very, very behind, this is just like, I don't know. It's so therapeutic because even though I do take my time on some of these pieces more than others, it's still like serving its purpose. You know, it's still like kind of getting me to let my guard down a little bit as an artist and like go with the flow a little bit more, even though I do still fixate on some of these things.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it also pushes like you out of your comfort zone a bit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
probably the routine, shaking up your routine, like figuring out like what these new things that you're drawing that you've probably never drawn before, how to go about them and whatnot. That's
exactly,
my favorite
dude.
part about it. Oh man. Yeah, this custom layout thing is cool. I wish I had a few more minutes to like tighten it up, but like I really like how this came out on the screen.
Yeah, no, like I'm sorry that like my like face box is like overlapped into your camera a little bit, but
No,
I
no,
think it
it's
looks
good. I
pretty
have
good
so
for the
much
most
space on
part.
my camera. Yeah, mine's so far. Mine's actually behind me. I gotta probably close mine a little closer. Ooh, yeah, you can see mine way better now.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that looks so good.
That's better. How am I gonna do these? Yeah, I've really found a love for these Tombos and those Kirtaki pins. Like, I use them so much now. That and my Pentel brush, that's basically what I use at this point. Today I was trying to mess with a micron. I'm not a big fan of microns, I'm finding out. I don't know if that's weird or I feel like everyone uses them. Um, but I don't know. For some
I
reason,
do.
microns don't click with me.
I do like them for line work, but I feel like for like like spot inking or like filling, the tips just like are easily worn,
Mm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel, honestly. Like, I don't feel like I get like the right tip out of it, you know?
Yeah. I do like them for some quick mark making though.
I can see that. Yeah, they're good for doodling.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I want to use my iPad for. I wish I could just like pick up my iPad and just be like, let me doodle a bit.
Yeah, no, it's so fun to just have like, a couple like fucking sketch sheets or whatever. That's like I feel like where the undo button becomes your friend. Or like, I don't know, even just like letting everything fly on the page.
Yeah, that's what I've learned to do. Like even like my cats always jump up on the table when I'm drawing. It's the afternoon, so they're sleeping, thank God. But like I've learned how to like really live with those happy accidents. And also I got some that whiteout that I utilize like crazy now.
Oh hell yeah.
Nice. Um. Oh wow, we're already 45 minutes in, or 30. Yeah, 40
Yeah,
minutes
kind of
in.
crazy. I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit. This is not going to get done.
I was just, I was just thinking like I'm still like mapping out this first dude. That's the cool thing about like Inktober is that once I like get a few drawings in and I get that like at least the pencils down, it's fun going back to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, RD Murphy, that dude killed it this month too with all of his headshots. I loved how him and Jeff DeMars were doing great headshots. Like,
Dude, yeah. He's doing like so much stuff simultaneously. He was doing like all of his Inktober stuff on top of that like ongoing Marvel character sheet that he's like constantly adding
oh,
to.
I didn't even realize he was still adding to the Marvel sheet. Maybe my algorithm sucks at that, but or maybe it wasn't clicking on my head when I saw it. But yeah, dude, that Marvel sheet he's doing is so cool.
So cool. Yeah, shout out
I think
Ryan.
that's a good approach. Like, I would love to just do a whole bunch of headshots. That's what I got to work on. And a headshot a day is pretty doable. I feel
Oh,
like
absolutely.
realistically.
Absolutely.
He's another one when we had him on. It was great, like because he has such a good distinctive style.
Yeah, no, he is so talented. Um, I don't know. I think I might have mentioned this to you before, but we've actually like had we went to the same school and we had at like different times had the same illustration professor, and it's just like really cool to I don't know have that shared experience with him and like see like kind of like where we each like took that teaching, you know.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I kind of see that too. Very like almost cartoony animated vibes you guys both give.
Hell yeah. Hmm.
Nice. Oh, I appreciate the shout out, fellas. Of course, man. Dude, you're freaking So good. Such fire. So, I was watching that
Literally did not know Ryan was here until just now.
yeah that P Diddy skit from Chappelle Show where the dude's like, I spit hot fire, and that's all I thought right now.
Oh my god.
So funny how Max is all lagged back. It's like quiet, and then you just get like his little giggle for a second. It's so cute. It's kind of crazy how I turned Halloween into like. I mean, it's one of my favorite holidays, but I was like, you know what? If I launch my podcast at this, in 2018, I was like, Halloween's a perfect day for launch, and now I'm like, dang, it's like a busy, like event day for me now. I always do
Dude,
like
yeah.
crazy stuff on Halloween. But how appropriate I feel too. It's like launching a comic book based show on Halloween. Like, I don't know if that was too thick or not. Guess we'll find out. I like promoted all my stuff and like I have like a little side job still. I still work at Aldi, like a grocery store, just like on weekends, and it's only like once or twice a month at this point because I really can't handle that. Um, and like I'll drop like all my links and my updates, like I'm promoting my stuff. And, like nobody cares, like nobody cares at all. It's so funny, dude. And like all day we've had so much support for the website and like everything, and then I drop it into my work chat, and then and they're just like, I thought I paid for the non ad version of this app. They just like no attention. It's like, thanks for supporting. Nobody ever supports it from them. But I still, that's why I blow it up too. I just like, I know you guys are, this is just gonna annoy you guys. I'm just gonna announce more stuff. Like, um, they're all talking about important updates and everything, and I'm like, come check out my comics.
Literally. So funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious how different like environments will get different things, different reactions. You know.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I did this Zap Comics homage for like a Kayfabe Tober prompt one year, and like this one just came out so much better. I'm so excited about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's always finding like I love when I see like a piece that I know I didn't do great pencils on, and then I ink over it, and I'm like, oh, that's better. But then I hate when I have like a piece with like really good pencils, and then I'm like, I'm so scared to ink this. Like, I'm gonna just like destroy it. Erase some of these lower pencils, and then move on from there. I actually started this piece right. Like I went from right to left, and I went up and top to bottom. Did it all in
Oh
order.
yeah.
Like to like not mark myself up and mess up. Being a lefty, I always do that, dude. Like I always.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's more frustrating, like messing up a piece because I like traditional piece because I forgot some lines. Cool. Because like you dip your hand or I'm a lefty and I get like my hand like all over it or something, or like when I'm digitally drawing something and then I find random like marks from like my hand touching the screen or something on the side.
Yep.
That happens to me all, and then I'm like, I don't know what layer that was on. I can't even find when that happened. Like,
Yep. Oh, dude, that is so frustrating. Are you like quintessential, like realizing you've been drawing on the wrong layer for so long?
oh, dude, that's the worst. Yeah, yeah,
I need
yeah.
you.
Huh?
I need you to put on me. Wrong one.
Hold on.
Let's see what this. No, that's not what I need.
Oh, I forgot like a bunch of lines. Okay, I'm not even near
Yeah.
the
I believe so for cars here.
I don't have a. Oh, I have a book. I don't have a ruler, but I do have a book next to me. I have an old copy of Dune Messiah that's been sitting in my reading pile for.
You don't want to do the whole stream like that?
No.
Here you go. It's not done. Who else here today? Hi, Brandon.
Hi,
A little lag
Milo. I miss you.
Yeah, you desynced as heck.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Okay.
Maybe you should leave and come back. Hello. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Milo. I miss you.
We're a little desynced or something.
Yeah,
I miss you
guys are-
too.
yeah.
I hope you're having a good Halloween.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Come say hi soon.
Huh?
Also what I'm learning too is like sometimes I want to just produce really fast lines, but if I just like move it slowly, my lines come out so much better.
Oh yeah.
You just see those artists that are just like, and you're like, oh, I could do that, and you're like, oh, I can't do that unless I practice that a lot. What do I want to do to this still? I think I.
There we go. Oh, that's looking much better. I did a single page Batman comic previously, like I don't know, a year or two ago. And single page comics are so fun because it's like, first of all, it's like what, like quick little like story am I trying to tell, and like how can I do it in a single page? It's just like I don't know, I love that.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. It's fun. I love doing those challenges within. I like doing short stories a lot more because of that. Because it's just to me,
Yeah,
it's like a puzzle. You know what I mean? Like, how do I get? I actually just started outlining like the new comic book story we're doing for the sample pack for Comics Wellspring, and I was prepping the script. Hey, it's Alex. What do you know?
yo, Alex.
I think
like,
this is
I
the
knew-
first time Alex has been on.
Yeah, 100% the first time because it's during the day. To do more during the day, we get some good traction. We actually get some good amount of people in the show, and I appreciate everybody who tunes in and hangs out with us, and draws with us, or just talks and all that type of stuff. Like I always appreciate everybody popping in. Building this, but like we're mapping out this like 8-page story for the sample pack, and it was kind of like, okay, like I need to think of like what's important, like, and how do I get this message across, um, and fit the puzzle and keep it entertaining, you know, like, and
Oh,
still make it
absolutely,
fun.
dude.
But sometimes they're just so much fun because you feel so accomplished when you do it. Like you're like, yes,
Oh yeah.
like, it's like really hyped for that idea.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt like getting this page down. I was like, it's very like, oh, whatever story. Like, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but at least like narratively, like it kind of like flows with the I don't know, just the prompts that I chose to like put into the sequence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely like gets the gears turning for sure. This is also just like a little bit of my regular comic like sequential process, but I have like 8 tabs of reference photos open.
Oh, nice, hell yeah. Yeah, I always need a reference or something whenever I start up stuff. Nice.
Cool.
I think I might be done with. No, I gotta add some stuff to this top part. I think I'm gonna fill this in.
I think you need to.
I'm just.
Yep, this was a good idea.
Okay.
This is-
I love you.
I hate that I was covering the camera right now. Whoops. Like super into it. Where you're like hunching over it and like practically like on your table, like trying to see what you're doing. A traditional zoom in is so ridiculous where your face is like on the paper. You're just like, am I
Oh, yeah.
seeing this? Oh, nice. That's how I did it. Okay. It'd be complicated. Tell us about your Patreon, dude. I was just on the episode, but I'd love for you to share details with everyone here.
Yeah. So my Patreon, if you're looking to check it out, is patreon.com/Evan Maguire Art. I have a couple of different tiers there, and I put up some pretty fun stuff, I feel. The whole reason I started it was because I wanted to essentially like put my art up and talk about my art on like more of a long form sort of platform rather than like social media. You know, you only get to see like a couple of seconds or like a couple of stills every once in a while. And just like really wanted to like use that space to just like talk about life as an artist, talk about the process, whatever other kind of stuff. And so I post up stuff like comics when I finish comics. You know, they're all available on my Patreon digitally. Works in progress, you know, any sort of like commissions or like just like personal pieces that I'm working on, I'll like post those up and then give like the like process shots and then like give like breakdowns about them. I do exclusive wallpapers on a monthly basis. So they've been like Pokemon thus far. I love drawing Pokemon, and a lot of my patrons are Pokemon fans. So that's a little bit of a crowd pleaser. And it's just like fun because I end up using them myself. And then like you were just talking about, I have my Patreon podcast where I just chat with my buddies who also get into creative stuff. And we just like talk about life as creatives and making cool shit.
I love that. So I was letting Max back in for a moment too.
No, you're good.
There's there's nothing. Dude, yeah, your show was so entertaining.
It's definitely
and, like,
not
fun.
fixed either.
Oh yeah, you're a little laggy.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I was multitasking there. Glad I made this last minute decision of filling in this stuff because it looks so much better. I was looking at it once I finished the like pencils. I was like, this still feels so like, when the inking can still make the piece like clearer,
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Like I finished what I intended to do, but then I was like, it's still like a little hard to understand. Yeah, dude, I love your Patreon show. I think it's it's a good place for creators to go to and like kind of just understand some stuff too. There's a lot of relatability when it talks about like just figuring out life in comics and how you could fuse the two and make both work and balance in this economy and environment.
Yeah, no, I mean that has been like a lot of what I talk about, just because that's like where I've been for the last like year and some change, figuring out sustaining myself financially while I also like, do what I can to pursue this. And it's just like a lot of ebbing and flowing, and it's very interesting. Like, and it's it's a lot of fun, and there are obstacles that you come up against, but you fucking roll with the punches and you do what you can. And yeah, no, it's like I don't know, getting to just like talk about that sort of stuff at length, and also like share experiences with like like I said, having fellow creators on, and then being able to just like talk about things like the creative process and collaboration and stuff like that. I don't know, being able to kind of come at art and comics from all sides is kind of like I guess like boiling it down, putting it in a nutshell is like what that comes down to for me. Just tackling like all of the facets that come along with being an artist.
Yeah, and it's Alex was just saying like I need to listen to the podcast that I was on with you. I want to re-listen to. I never really listen to like stuff I do interviews for because I talk so much. I just don't. But yours I want to listen to. I feel like it's probably one of the most depressing episodes at first, but like there's so much clarity that we had through that conversation. Like it was like a therapy. Like it was on like I was having a rough day, and then like you and me just started talking, and it just turned into like such a good conversation in general. Like we really just got to like open up, and I think that's what made that episode so great was like both of us like at the end of it we're just like, damn dude, I guess we needed to talk about some stuff.
No, absolutely. Like you were just saying, like I literally yesterday was my last day at my dispensary job. Today is like my like kind of just like downtime, and then tomorrow I start back at the game store. But just like I've definitely been like even at the time that we were recording, I was feeling that pressure and like that weight of just like not being able to create and feeling just like really shitty about that. And then kind of just like, yeah, we got to talking, and I just like ended up using that as like space to just like kind of sift through all of that sewage a little bit, and then like come out on the other side. And I'm like, but it is all worth it because like, you fucking figure out what you got to do to get back to like doing what you love,
Exactly. Check it out. I
Yeah,
finished
no.
this one. I'll show this one off to you guys real fast. Check it out, Max. Oh wait, can I do it? Can I do the swap?
Oh.
I don't know how I did it. Wait. Oh, here, that's perfect. That's
I
this
can even
one.
stop sharing.
Oh no, you're good.
There you go.
Oh, dude, I love that. Hell yeah.
And then check it out. You could maybe see it. I did like an Apollo A for the eyeball.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, talked about that. I was happy with this one. Really happy with it. Now I'm gonna do this crow. Go back to this custom layout. Dude, this custom layout thing was so sick. Dude,
It's
Evan, good
so
job on
tight,
discovering this
dude.
for us. We might use it more often, to be honest. Especially for splitting, because sometimes people have odd camera angles, and this was a perfect way to like maneuver stuff. I forgot we had one other digital artist on here one time. I don't remember who it was. Ryan Arnold. That's who it was. Great guy. Great
Okay.
guy. Starting a new piece, and you know when you finish a piece and you're like, oh, I can jump into the next one. You're like, God,
There we go. Here we go.
I'll change my mindset again. I'll be right back. Actually,
Just stuff that's supposed to. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'll definitely go to that.
cool. Max is getting creepy. It is. It's Rad Art.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's funny because I don't realize like Max freezes up for a second, and then I like seeing like it's his arm is in one spot, and all of a sudden there's like another whole spot inked like when he moves it, and I'm like, oh. Shit. You know, something I'm still trying to figure out more, and I gotta try to like sit down and just experiment with is like drawing like hair. Hair is like really weird for me still.
Dude, yeah, hair is very interesting.
There's like a point where you make the head too big on top, you know, like where you cover it, and then there's like not enough space in it sometimes.
Yep.
I'll start with this hand actually because it goes on top of stuff. Also, what I'm learning is like how to like start in layers traditionally. Like sometimes I would just like pick a random spot, but now I'm trying to calculate where I start a bit better.
Nice.
I notice sometimes my my initial plans kind of get covered up because I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was a background piece that I just clearly inked, and there's stuff on top of it. Get a stool, or which side? Where do you feel more comfortable sitting? There. Have you guys watched the new Crow movie by any chance?
I have not.
No, not yet.
Yeah, me either. Alex saw it. Yeah, I forgot it existed, honestly. Like, actually, like some of those older. Alex, it's not great. Rad Art and Comics. Rad Art and Comics. What did you think of it? I'm curious. I actually like the Crow movies. I like out of all of them. I think there's like what 4 of them or something. Um, I think the first one, and then there's the Crow Salvation. I remember liking a good amount. That was the only like decent one that I could remember. Red Iron Comics, it's super boring. Alex, action was solid, but it was both too complicated and also didn't explain enough somehow. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. Oh, this is a black and white piece.
I imagine it's just really not like a Crow movie. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I could picture too. Not even Bill Skarsgård covered in blood could save it. Oh my goodness. Truth, dude. Yeah, honestly. That's the only reason why I had faith in that movie. I was like, I could see Bill like crushing it still, even if I don't like some of the aesthetics or where they may go with it. But I didn't really even see him promote it too much. I liked how they did the like crow makeup on him. I just didn't like his overall aesthetics though. He gave his all, man, but that script was not it. Skarsgård is a phenomenal actor, though. I could only imagine he tried to do what he could. What did I call him? Skarsgård? What did I say? Skarsgård? Um, Skarsgård. I probably make up names constantly. Happens a lot on spotlights because I talk to so many creators now. Skarsgård. Who am I thinking of? Seems like a South Park character almost. Brad Arden comics. I don't see this. Shelley and Eric had bad chemistry. Shelley wasn't a good actress, and they drug out the love story, cut out revenge. Oh wow, that's sad. One day when I binge all the Crow movies, that's when I'll watch it. Mhm. Um, Seven, you're going to IC3, correct?
Dude, I am so stoked. I was actually I had a little send off with my work buddies yesterday, and the dispensary that I was working at is like not too far from where IC3 is held, and I was like, you guys better come out. You guys better come out, not even just to support me, but like just because there are so many talented creators there putting out dope comics and making cool shit. But yeah, no, I'm so stoked to go out there as a creator in 2025, getting to just like see who was there at like as an attendee. This last time around was like so sick, and then I immediately had to apply, and I'm just like so stoked to hang out with you, hang out with Artie, hang out with Alex. It's just like it's gonna be such a blast.
Dude, Eric and Ben, our Outer Space Boys, are
Eric
going to
and
be there.
Ben, hell yeah.
It's gonna be great. That was so great. Alex was so upset because he's like, I can't believe you met Evan before me.
Dude, yeah, I haven't seen Alex in so fucking long, and he was gonna try to come up for Terrificon, and then that
Yeah.
among other things, just like ended up not working out. But yeah, dude, I'm just like so excited that we're all gonna be able to get together, and like I'm so stoked.
Yeah, IC3 will figure out to get Alex up there for sure. In fact, I got to bring that up to Dan in the next week. We just buy that ticket and lock it in already. Well, it's cheap. So far ahead. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm hoping to do a lot of recording in various ways. So,
Dude, yeah,
trying to make a little like comic book documentary of some sort.
that'll be so lit, dude.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So hyped. It's such a good con. Real fast, bouncing back to the Crow stuff. Alex was saying, yeah, they forced way too much on building up the love story. Like we didn't need that. We get that she dies and he wants revenge. We don't need 45 minutes of them being a couple beforehand. Honestly, you only need that should be the first 10, 15 minutes or something. Just like the first movie, actually. Yeah, that's why that movie is set up so perfectly. Like, I think it'd be cool if they did the Crow animated.
That could be pretty gnarly.
Like, why isn't there like an anime actually of the Crow? That would be insane. Probably, it would be beautiful. It would be touching. A lot of people would be upset out of it because of its manga, but I mean, I think that's a fitting form for it, to be honest. Are you into like manga or anime in general, Evan? I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
A little bit here and there. I fucking love Gundam. That was like
I really want to get into Gundam. That's something because I had those battle damage Gundams as a kid, and they were the coolest thing ever, dude.
Yeah, I love like the model kits, the Gunpla model kits. And if they're still on Netflix, I believe they condensed the original series from the 80s into like 3 movies. And then I got into it because I was like, you know, this might be good research for Omega, and I just like ended up falling in love with it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't think of that correlation.
Yeah, my original design for the main character was like his pilot suit was like largely inspired by like the pilot suits for Gundam pilots, but I ended up changing it to be like more Power Ranger inspired. But yeah, dude, heavy Gundam influences on that.
That's sick. That's super sick. Yeah, it's a show I've
You
always
guys are
wanted to get
so
into.
lucky that I'm laggy right now, or else I would be talking your ear off about the Crow.
I know, I'm so sad. We could touch base about it on another episode too. We'll do a Crow episode next. Maybe we'll watch all the movies and then do a Crow drawing together. Every year I say it, but I really want to get into like manga and anime more next year. I always do a little bit more than the year before, but
dude, yeah, no, it's a beautiful art form, and you know, I feel like stylistically there are like some things that I draw from there, and I'm trying like similar to what you were saying. I'm trying to get more into it, slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's always just like I really don't like the dubbed versions. Like I like the subtitles, but like sometimes you're just so exhausted. It's hard to be like, okay, now I got to read this movie.
Oh shit, dude.
But he gets you to focus way more.
No, absolutely, dude.
But yeah, no. I mean, the good thing is that I do end up getting some dose of it in. Like my girlfriend really likes anime and whatnot, so there's always like the drive to at least do that. Like that Umazaki show on Netflix looks insane, man. I really want to watch it. I really want to read the stuff too.
Oh damn, I haven't seen anything for that.
Yeah, it's like a black and white horror anime.
Oh hell yeah!
I heard only the first episode is good, and then
you know what? I heard the same thing. Oh really? Oh, that's sad. I didn't think that was the reason, but I just thought it was like the stories or something.
Yeah, I think they had to make a decision between canceling the show or just releasing everything as it was, and they would rather have it out there than not have it out there at all. But yeah, they just ran out of money and funding.
Damn, that
my
sucks.
God. That's sad. Yeah, because that has so much potential. I've heard about those mangas so much over the past few years, and a lot of people recommend them. So I figured that'd be like a hit. You know what I mean? I was like, this is gonna take off. I mean, just goes to show, go read the source material, dude.
All right, making a little bit of progress. I've got a couple panels down here.
Luckily, this is the crow, so it's going to be very much more. His body's going to be white, you know.
Oh, that's going to be a
With
nice
my
panel
print.
to draw. That crow's looking sick, dude. I love all of the shading that you're doing.
Yeah, those. Alex says, "Love the long ears, Evan."
Ah, thanks, dude. You know I'm a sucker for them. And I felt like it was appropriate since, it's Halloween. Figured I'd channel a little bit of Tim Sale.
Nice. I was just reading Batman Red Rain for the first time.
I actually haven't read Red Rain.
It's actually like I'm not a big fan of Kelly Jones, but I really do enjoy Kelly's art in that book.
Okay, right on.
It's really cool. The story's alright, it's kind of whatever. I forgot who wrote it. It's someone ridiculous, but you know by reading the right. No, it's uh Dogue something.
Okay.
I forget. He's done other stuff. I'm spacing it hard right now. Red Rain was cool. It was a cool, like, Batman turning into a vampire bat and becoming a vampire and everything. It was pretty sick.
Okay.
And there's like three books
I can
after
definitely
that
do it.
follow that, like Crimson Mist
Really?
and something else. Yeah. This is my favorite Batman stories. Like that one, the Colts. Um, I just read Batman Universe, which was phenomenal.
You want to hear something funny? Back in like 2015, I got back into reading comics like consistently because that was around the time my local shop opened up, and I ended up working there. But it was like this mini series called Batman Europa, and I
Oh yeah.
do not remember the creative team, but I just remember loving. Go ahead, yeah.
Jim Lee and Brian Azzarello.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes total sense because I love how just like as the story progressed, like narratively, like Batman was poisoned or something, and like the fucking art like got less and less legible as the story progressed, as Batman was like being more and more consumed by like whatever fucking toxin. But yeah, that was like my like re-entry into comics. That's like such a I don't know, one of my favorite Batman stories. I maybe not so much because I couldn't fucking remember the creative team, but
I gotta look into it. I was just being a snob at the time, but I do not remember enjoying that series. I remember exactly, like, it's a 4 issue miniseries. I was expecting. I'm also a Brian Azzarello hater, so I probably went into it with a little spite. But I got to give it another chance for sure. Then maybe
I
it'll
was
grow on me over the years.
to be fair, like I also 100% remember like jumping on with that because it was like one of the few number ones I saw on the shelf at that point, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And it's like those digestible ones are really. You don't feel like you wasted too much time or money.
Yeah, like a miniseries, dude. You're not putting up too much of an investment, like you said.
Doug Monick, is that how you say his name? I always mess up that dude's name, but yeah, that's the writer. I thought he also drew stuff too. I could be mixing up Doug with someone else in my head that I was envisioning. Alex says Batman Universe slaps, and Europa is yeah. I like the Morrison Batman, Black Mirror. It's one of my favorites. Doug Mankey is the artist you're thinking of. Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
Oh hell yeah!
That rules. um, like almost, I feel like I was making progress, and then I was like, I have this entire left arm left.
You're killing it, dude. You're smoking me. I just realized it's already 4:30. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, yeah, it's 4:26. Dang, this session's. I mean, sessions always fly by once you start like getting in the zone, though. It's crazy what you could do in like 2 hours, like, and that's why we love these sessions. Is that it's a forceful. We're gonna sit down and do this, you know.
Dude, yeah. That was like one of the things that professor I mentioned would like talk about when we, or not talk about, but like he would say when we get to class, like we'd all like get there and he'd like shut the door and he'd be like, all right, we're going to draw like madmen for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's really just what you got to do is just. I'm actually like looking at this crow, like I'm really, and because I used home slice Iggy Pop as the reference for him.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so I'm actually like it's seeing like some of the if I ink it well, hopefully this is another one. I like the pencils, but I'm scared to ink it. But I'm pretty hyped to see how it comes out.
It's looking
Like
great,
this
dude.
arm shadow right here that I did, I'm super hyped about. It's so funny how you can get excited for just like look at this little piece of shadow I did.
Dude, yeah, no, I absolutely feel that.
I feel like Max's internet will do this every so like once a month. You know what I mean? Like it's we've noticed, and it's like the placement of the sun. I feel in Alaska that just like really, or maybe it's the placement of the moon. Tomorrow's a full moon, so if this happens again during a full moon, we'll know that that's the cause.
Oh
There's
shit.
internet wigging out. Probably some cosmic thing happening. Yep. It's so funny. As soon as I get out of these sessions, though, I'm like so hungry.
I feel that. I feel like when I sit down to draw for a stint, I'm like, I don't stop. And then I'm like, oh, I'm like starving right now. I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. I want to learn how to do like ink wash. I bet Max can teach me that pretty soon. I think that would benefit a lot of my pieces.
Oh yeah.
$2025, I need to start utilizing my iPad though. Like for sure, I need to do some digital stuff. I own it. I need to use it. Like it shouldn't just sit there. That's why I said I wanted an iPad. I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to draw. And then I was
Dude,
like, you know
I
what? I'm just
think
gonna buy all these supplies.
no, that's like I think that you're like doing it absolutely right, dude. I need to fucking like do more like combine traditional with digital stuff because not that I feel like I'm losing my like skill set necessarily, but like it's easy. I feel like it's easier to stagnate when you're working solely traditional or solely digitally. I'm really digging how this man bat face is coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's sick. That's so cool.
Thanks, man. I want it to be like a like a dramatic reveal. We'll see if that happens successfully.
I'm doing these super thin lines right now. There we go. Nice. I have like the most classical music in the background right now, and it's so appropriate for like how intricate I'm doing this sand.
Hell yeah!
I always save the face for last. I don't know why. I think it's out of like fear. Kind of like like you do your veggies first to just like knock them out.
Get him out of the way. Yep.
Yeah. I should just use a brush for this actually. Oh. Batman the Animated Series vibes, yeah, for real. So. I just read the Mike Mignola, Roy Thomas, Bram Stoker's Dracula adaptation.
Oh shit!
I forgot who inked it, but the dude who inks Mignola stuff is insane. And I was looking how Mignola like maps out his blacks, like you know how creators put like the X like to know where blacks are,
Yep.
but like man, he's so just intricate and on point for what he includes and what he doesn't. Like it's really fascinating looking at Mingola's pencils. It's crazy how you could just do like half of a face, you know what I mean, and just like get away with it, or even
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
no face, like no face at all, like just
dude, yeah,
a
it's
round circle.
crazy.
But like for some reason it works.
Most of the time, Magnola doesn't even draw now.
Honestly, right?
He just does covers.
Oh, that's true, huh? Yeah, that's very true.
I don't
Let us
blame him
know.
though.
Yeah, for reals. I mean, he did a lot, like in a short span too. I feel almost.
Yeah.
I need to read more Hellboy. I have so much of it on my iPad.
Me too.
I didn't realize Mingola didn't ink his stuff. Dude, right? Yeah, that kind of blew me away too. Maybe for his own projects, but no, yeah. Check out the credits for the Bram Stoker's Dracula adaptation. Once I got to that, I was like, I didn't realize this wasn't all Mingola. Like he just maps it out. It would be really cool to scan one of those pages and like we ink over it one night.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah. A Mingola penciled one and see how the inks come out. Mingola's like grown on me. He was like Kirby. I didn't really get him at first. So I was focusing so hard on those pants. Oh, the face, dude. Yeah. Joy Wimberg, isn't it? Who admittedly I'm not familiar with. Me either.
Hmm.
I'll try using this line. Oh, what a cool adaptation, though. Like, I loved it. Roy Thomas is interesting. He's definitely because he's such an old timer. You know what I mean? Like sometimes he hits it really well, and sometimes like you just tell like, oh, you've been writing. You definitely wrote Conan for a long time. You know. Oh, we're gonna get like cozy and like up front for the face right now. Nathan Price, ayo. How you doing, Nate? Hey,
What's up,
does this
Nate?
crow have like the tear going down the side of his eye? You know what I mean? Like, does the new one have that? Because I was like, I don't think the '90s one had that. Nice. See if I can do this. What's the theme today? We're catching up on all of our Inktober prompts. Well, Max is finishing his, and Evan and I are catching up on our Inktober prompts. Radar for 30 seconds in the end. Oh, that's whack, dude. Man. Yeah, he has like in the comic, he has like a tear that like goes around his nose and everything. Like if when he falls, you know what I mean? It like marked his face when he died originally. Pretty cool. It is as emo as you can get, you know what I mean? Like dude, I was the crow for like 4 years in a row for Halloween when I was like I swear to God, from like 13 to 17.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
dude, that's awesome.
yeah, I did it for so long. Every year I was like, you know, I'm just gonna be the crow. I'm just gonna be the crow. Just go to school like that every year. It was great. Just like the easiest thing to pull off, and I just like had all the attire already, you know?
Why not, dude? That's why I was like
Yeah.
Spider-Man for like 4 years in a row.
Love it.
Cool.
Fuck you. I think. I didn't bring my lamp up here with me, so I don't really know if I'm hitting everything. Make an old man and get a light out. Yeah, see. It was like the most like grandpa move I've ever done. Just get my flashlight out so I can make sure I'm doing this right. T'Challa, what are you doing? There's food in your all three bowls, actually. I've been fighting with this guy all day. Right, you should go as Bill Skarsgård Crow tonight. Dude, I should, honestly. It's just I have a cloak and a wand. I will be the wizard crow, you know what I mean? Like that would be fun.
The Wizard Crow, I love it.
Just terrorize all those little kids. Ah, my hand got cheeky for some reason. I don't know where. I kind of just did that for a number of things. I also had a mohawk for like 6 years, you know what I mean? And then I retired it, but dude, really? T'Challa. Just knocked over the food container.
Oh my
Shoved it
gosh.
off. No, I'm not feeding you now. And really, he just like wants me to pet him while he eats sometimes. Like, he's just being needy right now. All right, so now I'm gonna like do the hair, which I'm gonna mess up and hate. Um, what, T'Challa? Yeah. T'Challa. I swear to God, everyone just hears me yell at my cat all the time on these shows. Dude, I was like doing a spotlight. You know, we did like 3 of them today, and T'Challa like was about to jump off, like right where my computer is, but right behind me is the stairs. No, you're being too wild today. Just like trying to record an episode and I have to like save my cat's life. Like,
Gotta love him.
real so. Let me switch this up. The red. Erase these pencils. Dang, Max, yours looks so insane. I thought it was insane before, and then you add these
Crazy.
like fairy creatures into it. T'Challa, what? I feel like people have cats, so understand why you don't mind so much.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I didn't know how to raise a cat, so T'Challa's like spoiled like a dog with me. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, 1000%.
I feel like this is almost done. I need to like let it sit for a second. It's not like there. What, dude? You have like you don't even need to eat. Like you've had food today. Look at that. You have snacks right there. Here, I'll pour it in here for you. There, eat that. Fatty, dude.
Literally have those same conversations.
Owning a cat is at least 50% yelling at them. Yeah, honestly. I think I could add more black in this. Where I'm at with it right now.
Dude, that's looking so sick. I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, I need to shadow this out a bit. Bro, I was gonna take one bite and walk away. Throws up.
Oh, that's how they do. Oh yeah, that's what I was missing. There we go.
Mm. Ah, I should have done that with the brush. I should have done that with the pen. Ah, crap. Nice. Oh, I should do that to these then. Okay. Well, yep, I'm not done. This is going to take me to the end of the episode. I was like, I don't think I need to add any cross hatching, but then like I started doing it to a piece of the cloth, and then I was like, oh, I could do it to the other pieces of cloth too, and that way they stand out a little bit more.
Gotta love some cross hatching.
Fun.
I've been implementing it more into my work recently to like get some of those like gradations in the like heavier ink spots instead of just doing like the blackouts all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking myself. I need to find some different variations, so I got to experiment with that more.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
I think I might be done.
I am almost done.
Hell yeah, that looks sick, dude.
Ooh, Max, let's do a spotlight on yours for a minute. How do I do this? Oh, wait, where did everybody else go? There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right back in.
Was that Max?
Hold up.
That's great.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Whoops. Wrong way.
Oh man, that's great, dude. Oh, that's so cool. Those little characters
Wow.
are so cute. That's awesome, dude. You should sell that as a print. I bet that would do great.
Yeah, this would be a good one. This would be
Yeah.
a perfect one to scan and take into digital,
Ooh.
and then
Yep.
like color and paint and stuff.
Yeah, hands down. Hands down. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna add like one or two more things right here. One more. So we'll do it a little bit. Yeah, I think this is gonna be my crow right here. In my little.
Hell yeah, dude.
To like cross hatching on the cloth parts, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, that
I'm
looks so good.
fairly happy with the face. I think I need to maybe fix a little bit more. Maybe add a wave of hair somewhere so it's not so tough. I don't know. It's not bad. And I'll show off my other ones I did today. My Zap Comics homage. This one I'm happy with. Actually happy with the font, how that came out, and the Apollo A for the eye right there.
Yeah, dude, that's a
Yeah,
killer touch. I love that.
nice. Nice, yeah, I was pretty cool with that one. I meant to ink this one. This is the other one I was trying to get to. It was the DIY, so I did an Apollo City Comics cover.
Oh, that's killer, dude.
Did like a comic, yeah. So I wanted
I
to.
love that.
This is the last one I'm trying to ink. Evan, let's pop yours up real fast. Let's see your
Yeah. I didn't, like I said, I didn't end up getting to finish, but like I got to fucking make some decent progress on some of the panels more than others. I definitely have
it.
some more work to do with that cityscape. But I like how the Batman silhouette came out, and then I'm super like amped on like him like landing on Man Bat and like seeing what he's doing. I'm gonna make this like a little bit more like contrasted, like kind of like before the reveal. And I'm super stoked with the reveal. Like these two panels kind of in conjunction, even though like the camera view changes, it kind of like is a nice like path of focus. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm really jazzed about how this is coming out, and I really can't wait to finish it. And then I've just got like it like wraps up super quick, so like he's just gonna get punched, and then like as he's like tying up Man Bat, like Superman's gonna show up. Like that's how I fit the alien prompt into this one.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm having fun with how this is coming along.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. Love it. Good job,
Thank
man. Good job. Great paneling too.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, no, I love like I don't know, like I was saying, this is kind of a fun way to pick up the pace a little bit with these prompts, but also like it was a fun challenge to kind of like fit them together narratively.
Dude, the third and fourth panels are dope. It was so
Thanks,
dope.
man. I love that stark contrast. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, that's sick.
I had a blast.
Great.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think that's sick.
Oh no, thanks, dude. I always have a blast like drawing like monstrous like creatures too that like I can be a little bit more like willy nilly with like the anatomy and stuff. And like I don't know, I love like the elongated faces and like the super like angular ears and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like a really good time.
Dope. Well, hell yeah, man. Do you have any shout outs before we sign off?
Shout outs to everybody watching. Shout out to the two of you. I'm so glad to like be a part of this show finally, and just to like have gotten to chill and hang out with you guys. Yeah, no, this has been a great time.
Definitely. Where can we find your Patreon and all that?
Yeah, so my Patreon, you can find that patreon.com/Evan Maguire Arts. My Instagram and X tags are the same at Evan Maguire Arts. And you can keep up with me. I'm usually more up on Instagram than I am on Twitter or X, but yeah, you can find me on Patreon and Instagram.
Love it. And Max, give some. I'll give some quick shout outs before Max, since his internet's all wiggy.
Look at that book! Oh my god!
But yeah, check out Apollo City Comics at apollocitycomics.com. Please do use the www. We found out today it's gonna get fixed. And happy birthday to Apollo City Comics. It's our 6th birthday, and it was so exciting to launch. Hang out with you guys, the Apollo City Boys, and launch the website today and launch a new book today, and just all sorts of cool stuff that just aligned and really worked out. So, and we brought the show back. That's a big thing too. Duh. So I was like, I'm missing something. And the show launched today, which is super hype. You can find that. You listen to podcasts on YouTube. So please check out Apollo City Comics everywhere. So do that. Thank you. And Max, we love you. Check out Art of MF on Instagram. Check out Rat Brain Zine and Lesser Known Comics. And of course, Comics Wall Street. That's why you're here. We have a lot of new things coming, new website too. So keep tuned for that. But other than that, thanks for hanging. Stay creative and stay inspired.